You know, sweetheart, sometimes love doesn't fade, it just gets quiet. It was Easter morning. The smell of cinnamon rolls filled my kitchen, and sunlight painted soft lines across the tablecloth I'd ironed the night before. For years, Easter meant family. Laughter, noise, kids running through the garden with baskets. But this year felt empty. My hands trembled as I opened my phone. One new message from my daughter. "Mom, please don't come this year. We just want a drama-free Easter." I froze. I read it again. The words didn't even sound real. Drama-free. After 40 years of cooking, decorating, praying, loving, now I was the drama. I looked at the Easter baskets I'd made for the grandkids, all lined up by the door, filled with chocolates and tiny notes that said "Grandma loves you." I sat down, my hands still shaking, and my mind drifted back to last year. The house was full then, laughter, smell of ham and pies, children giggling. Until that one moment. My sister-in-law had joked about my granddaughter's weight. I told her gently but firmly, "Please don't say things like that." The room went quiet. Then my daughter sighed, "Mom, please, not today." They called it drama. But all I did was defend a child. Funny how truth sounds dramatic to those who'd rather stay comfortable. I didn't reply to her message. What could I say? "Please let me love you." So I sat in silence, listening to the clock tick louder than usual. Each second reminded me I was no longer needed. I whispered to myself, "You raised them to be strong, a leaner. Let them stand, even if it means standing away from you." Still, I couldn't stop wondering what I had done wrong. Maybe loving too much is also a mistake. The house had never been this quiet. Every corner held a memory, birthdays, laughter, late-night talks. Now just echoes. I walked past the family photos on the wall, so many smiles, so many promises. I touched the glass gently as if they could feel it. "I was there for every scraped knee," I whispered, "every broken heart." And yet here I was the uninvited one. Outside, the wind chime moved softly, your grandpa's favorite. Sometimes, I swear it rings when he wants to remind me, you're not alone. By afternoon, I'd made my decision. If they wanted a drama-free Easter, I'd give them exactly that, just not how they expected. I packed away the baskets, cleaned the kitchen, and changed out of my Easter dress. Then I sat at my desk and opened my laptop. For years, I'd helped pay their bills, power, groceries, even car insurance. Quietly, without anyone asking. Because that's what mothers do. But that day, I opened every account and I stopped the automatic payments. Not out of anger, but out of clarity. Sometimes love needs to be silent, and sometimes silence needs to be seen. Later, I checked social media. Photos everywhere. My daughter, her husband, the grandkids, smiling, holding plates of food I once made. Captions that said, "Such a peaceful, drama-free Easter." I stared at those pictures for a long time. Peaceful, yes, but something in their smiles felt hollow, because deep down they knew peace built on exclusion never lasts. A week passed before the first call came. "Mom, our power's been shut off. Did something happen with the payments?" I took a slow breath. "Oh, sweetheart," I said softly, "I assumed you'd want everything drama-free this month too." Silence. Then a whisper, "Mom, we didn't mean it like that." But words, once spoken, don't come back the same. Days later, my daughter came over. No phone, no excuses, just tears. She hugged me and said, "I'm sorry. I didn't realize what I said hurt you like that." I stroked her hair gently. "I know you didn't mean harm. But words have power, sweetheart. You can't cut someone and then ask them not to bleed." She nodded, crying harder. We sat there in silence, mother and daughter, two hearts learning how to start over. Next Easter, the house was full again. The laughter returned, the children ran through the yard. But something had changed. This time, there was gratitude in every word, every smile. They helped me cook, cleaned up afterward, and for once, they really saw me. As we sat down to eat, my daughter whispered, "Mom, thank you for teaching us without shouting." I smiled. "Sometimes, sweetheart, the loudest lessons come from quiet decisions. So if you ever feel uninvited, remember this, sweetheart. Your worth doesn't depend on who opens the door for you. Sometimes walking away is the only way people learn how much your presence meant." And love. It's not about staying silent forever. It's about knowing when to stop trying to prove your heart to those who have already forgotten how it beats. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Your support helps us share more stories like this. Stories about love, loss, and the quiet strength that holds families together.